Hey everyone, welcome back to the Master English Podcast, the podcast where we break down the real secrets to speaking English with confidence. I'm Maya.
And I'm Alex. Maya, I'm so excited about today's episode because we're going to talk about something that literally changed my entire approach to teaching English.
Oh, I love it when you get excited like this. So, what's the big secret we're sharing today?
Well, have you ever wondered why some people study English for years? They know all the grammar rules, they have amazing vocabulary, but when it's time to actually speak, nothing comes out.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, I've talked to so many learners who say, I understand everything, but I can't speak. It's like the most common frustration I hear.
Exactly. And you know what? It's not their fault. Nobody ever told them the truth about speaking English.
Okay, now you've got me curious. What's this truth that nobody's talking about?
The truth is this: your mouth doesn't know how to move like an English speaker. And that's not about your brain or your intelligence. It's literally about your mouth muscles.
Wait. Mouth muscles? Are you telling me that speaking English is like going to the gym?
In a way, yes. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're going to talk about why speaking English is a physical skill, not just a mental one. We'll share a super practical 5-minute daily routine that anyone can do, and we'll bust some myths about fluency that have been holding people back for way too long.
I am so ready for this. If you're listening right now and you've ever felt frustrated about your speaking skills, this episode is for you. Stay with us because by the end of this conversation, you're going to understand exactly why you've been stuck and what you can do about it starting today.
Let's jump in.
All right, Alex, let's start from the beginning. You said that our mouths don't know how to move like English speakers. Can you explain what you mean by that? Because honestly, it sounds a little strange at first.
I know it does. But think about it this way. When you learned your first language, let's say it's Hindi or Spanish or Arabic, how did that happen?
Well, as a baby, right? You just absorbed it from hearing people around you.
Exactly. But here's the key part. You didn't just absorb the words into your brain. Your mouth was training every single day. You were repeating sounds thousands and thousands of times. Your tongue learned where to go for certain sounds. Your lips learned how to shape different words. Your jaw learned how much to open or close.
Oh, well, I never thought about it like that.
Right. So by the time you're an adult, your mouth has what we call muscle memory for your native language. It's automatic. You don't think about where your tongue goes when you say a word, it just happens.
Okay, so what happens when we try to speak English then?
Well, English has completely different sounds, different rhythms, different mouth movements. Think about the th sound in think or this. Many languages don't have that sound at all. Or the way Americans link words together, like saying wanna instead of want to, or gonna instead of going to.
Oh, so our mouths are literally not used to making those movements.
Exactly. Your brain might know the grammar, you might know the vocabulary, but your mouth is still programmed for your native language. It's like, imagine reading 100 books about riding a bicycle, but you never actually get on the bike. When you finally try to ride, you're going to fall off, right?
That's such a perfect analogy. So, we're trying to ride the English bicycle, but our muscles have never practiced the movements.
Yes. And this is why so many learners say, my lips freeze, or my tongue feels heavy, or I forget everything when I try to speak. It's not a brain problem, it's a muscle problem.
This makes so much sense. So, what do most people do wrong when they're trying to learn to speak English?
Great question. Most people focus entirely on input, watching videos, reading articles, listening to podcasts like this one,
Both laugh.
but they never actually train their mouths to produce the sounds.
So, they're learning passively instead of actively?
Exactly. They're training their brain, which is important, don't get me wrong, but speaking isn't just cognitive, it's also muscular. If you want to speak fluently, you need to train your mouth muscles just like you train your body at the gym.
I love this perspective because it takes away the shame, It's not that you're bad at English or that you're stupid. It's just that your mouth hasn't been trained yet.
Yes, that's such an important mindset shift. You're not broken, you just need practice. And here's the good news, you don't need hours and hours every day. You just need the right kind of practice.
Okay, so tell me, what is the right kind of practice? Because I know our listeners are already thinking, okay, Alex, what do I do?
All right, let's get into it. I'm going to share a 5-minute daily routine that will completely transform the way you speak English. And I mean literally 5 minutes, not 5 hours, 5 minutes.
5 minutes? That sounds almost too good to be true.
I know, but here's the thing. It's not about how long you practice. It's about how you practice. Quality over quantity, focused practice beats mindless repetition every single time.
Okay, I'm excited about this. Break down this 5 minute routine for us. What are we actually doing?
So this routine has 4 steps, and each one targets a different aspect of speaking fluency. The first step is the mouth warm-up, and it takes just 1 minute.
A warm up? Like stretching before exercise?
Exactly like that. You know how athletes warm up their muscles before a workout? Same thing here. Most of us spend all day speaking our native language, so our mouths are in that rhythm. We need to shift into English mode.
Okay, so what does a mouth warm up look like?
There are 4 simple exercises. First is lip rolls. You basically buzz your lips together like a motorbike. Brrr, for about 5 seconds. Do that 3 times.
Like this? Okay, that feels weird, but kind of fun.
It does feel silly at first, but it's loosening up your lip muscles and helping with breath control. Second exercise is the tongue stretch. Just stick your tongue out as far as you can, then pull it back in. Do that slowly 10 times.
Oh, wow. I can actually feel the muscles working when I do that.
Right? You're activating muscles you don't usually think about. Third exercise is jaw loosening. Just open and close your mouth wide, gently, 5 times. This releases stiffness.
That's helpful because I know when I'm nervous about speaking, my jaw gets really tight.
Absolutely. And the last warm-up is the smile stretch. Smile as wide as you can, like you're laughing. Hold it for 5 seconds, relax, and do it twice.
So that's lip rolls, tongue stretch, jaw loosening, and smile stretch. 1 minute total. That's super doable.
Totally doable. And you know what? You can do this while making your morning coffee. You don't need to set aside special time. Just integrate it into your routine.
I love that. Okay, what's step 2?
Step 2 is the mirror technique, and this is a game changer. Also 1 minute.
Mirror technique? Are we checking our reflection?
Sort of, but it's not about vanity. It's about awareness. Here's what you do. Stand in front of a mirror and choose one simple sentence in English. Something like, I am learning to speak confidently.
Okay, so you pick a sentence.
Yes, now look into your own eyes in the mirror and say that sentence slowly. Watch your lips move, watch your jaw, feel the sounds. Then say it 5 times, each time a little faster.
Wow, so you're actually seeing how your mouth moves when you speak.
Exactly, and this does 2 powerful things. First, it builds awareness. You start noticing things like, oh, my lips need to round more for this sound, or my tongue isn't hitting the right spot. Second, it builds confidence. A lot of people avoid speaking because they're afraid of how they look or sound. By facing yourself in the mirror, you overcome that fear.
That makes so much sense. It's like exposure therapy for speaking anxiety.
Yes, exactly. And after a few days, it starts feeling natural. By day 10, you actually feel powerful when you do this.
I'm definitely trying this today. What's step 3?
Step 3 is shadow speaking, and this takes 2 minutes. Shadow speaking is when you listen to a sentence in English and immediately repeat it, trying to match the speed, tone, and rhythm exactly.
Oh, I've heard of this. It's like mimicking native speakers, right?
Exactly. So you could use a YouTube video, a movie clip, a TED Talk, whatever. You hear something like, I don't think that's a good idea, and you repeat it exactly as you heard it. Same speed, same tone, same emotion.
Not your own version of it, but exactly like the speaker said it.
Right. And here's the important part. You're not trying to understand grammar or analyze vocabulary. You're just copying the sound patterns. It's muscle training, not brain training.
And you do this for 2 minutes?
Yep. Pick 2 or 3 short sentences and repeat them over and over. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. The goal is to build that real-time speaking reaction, to get your mouth used to English rhythm and flow.
This sounds really effective because you're training with authentic English, not textbook English.
Exactly, and research actually backs this up. Studies have shown that shadowing improves pronunciation, fluency, and even listening comprehension. It's one of the most powerful techniques for language learning.
That's amazing. Okay, so what's the fourth step?
The fourth step is the fluency loop, and this is where it all comes together. 1 minute.
Fluency loop. What's that?
You take one sentence and say it 3 different ways: slow, normal, and fast. So let's say the sentence is, I'm going to improve my English.
Okay, I'm going to improve my English.
Good. Now say it very slowly, focusing on every sound clearly. I'm going to improve my English.
I'm going to improve my English. Okay, that feels very deliberate.
Perfect. Now say it at normal speed, smooth and steady. I'm going to improve my English.
I'm going to improve my English.
Great. Now say it fast, like a native speaker, linking the words. I'm gonna improve my English.
I'm gonna improve my English. Oh, wow. That felt totally different.
Right? You go through that loop 3 times, slow, normal, fast, and you train your mouth to handle different speeds. This is how you build comfort with fluency.
So let me recap the whole 5-minute routine. 1 minute warm up with lip rolls and stretches, 1 minute mirror technique, 2 minutes shadow speaking, and 1 minute fluency loop.
Perfect. And if you do this every single day for 30 days, I promise you you'll notice a huge difference in how you sound and how confident you feel.
I believe it. And you know what I love? It's practical. It's not overwhelming. Anyone can do 5 minutes a day.
Exactly. Most people fail at language learning because they try to do too much and burn out. But 5 minutes is sustainable. It's like brushing your teeth, just make it a daily habit.
All right, so we've talked about the physical training part, but I want to dive into something you mentioned earlier, sound clusters. Because I think this is where a lot of learners struggle. They speak word by word, and it sounds really choppy.
Yes, this is such an important topic. Okay, so here's the thing. Native English speakers don't speak word by word. They speak in clusters, groups of words that flow together like music.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's take the question, what are you doing? Now, a lot of learners will say it like this. What are you doing? Each word separate.
Right, and it sounds very robotic.
Exactly. But native speakers say it like this. What you doing? It's almost like one word. The sounds blend together.
Okay, so how do we learn to speak in clusters instead of word by word?
Great question. First, you need to understand what's happening. When native speakers talk, they're doing something called linking. They connect the end of one word to the beginning of the next word.
So, like, instead of did you eat, they say "ji eat."
Exactly. Did you eat becomes ji yet. It's fast, blended, smooth.
Okay, so how do we practice this?
Here's a simple exercise. Every day, choose 3 common sound clusters, phrases that native speakers use all the time. Write them down. Something like, going to go, wanna see it, or let me know.
Okay, so going to go, wanna see it, let me know.
Good. Now, don't just say them like words. Say them like a song. Give them rhythm. So, gonna go now. Gonna go now. Like that. Demonstrates with rhythm.
Gonna go now. Gonna go now. Oh, That actually feels more natural.
Right? Because rhythm creates memory. When you say it with a beat, your mouth starts remembering the pattern. It becomes a habit.
So you practice it like music.
Yes. And then you use it in a full sentence. Like, I'm gonna go now, see you later. Say the whole thing as one smooth sound.
I'm gonna go now. See you later. Okay, I can feel the difference. It's not choppy anymore.
Exactly. And here's what's really cool. When you speak in clusters, even if you have an accent, you sound fluent. Because fluency isn't about sounding American or British, it's about sounding smooth and natural.
That's such a good point. You don't need a perfect accent to communicate well.
Right. In fact, research shows that pronunciation is physical. It's about how your tongue, lips, and jaw work together to produce sounds. Once you get the flow right, people understand you easily and you feel more confident.
So, what are some other common sound clusters that learners should
Oh,
practice?
there are so many. Here are a few. What do you think? Let me help you. Give me a minute. I've got to go. I want to do it.
Those are all super common in everyday conversation.
Exactly. And if you practice just 3 clusters a day, within a month you'll have 90 phrases that roll off your tongue naturally. That's a huge boost to your fluency.
I love that. It's like building a library of natural speech patterns.
Yes, and the more you practice, the more your brain starts recognizing these patterns in real conversations. You start hearing them everywhere in movies, in podcasts, in songs.
So, you're training your ears and your mouth at the same time.
Exactly, and that's what makes this method so powerful. You're not just memorizing vocabulary, you're building real speaking skills.
Okay, so before we move on, let me make sure I understand. Sound clusters are groups of words that flow together. Native speakers link sounds, blend words, and speak in rhythm, not word by word. And we can practice this by choosing common phrases, saying them like a song, and using them in full sentences.
Perfect summary. You got it.
All right, so we've talked about the physical side, training the mouth muscles, practicing sound clusters, but I want to talk about the mental side too, because I know a lot of people struggle with fear and anxiety when they speak English.
Oh, absolutely. This is huge. You can train your mouth all you want, but if your brain is full of fear and doubt, your voice is going to break. Your fluency is going to die before it even begins.
So, how do we deal with that? How do we train the brain and the mouth together?
Okay, here's the key insight. Your mouth cannot speak what your brain doesn't believe. If you're thinking, what if I sound stupid? What if they laugh at me? Your speaking will be hesitant and broken.
So, we need to change the internal dialogue.
Exactly. And one powerful way to do that is to speak with emotion, not just accuracy. Most learners are obsessed with getting the grammar perfect. But here's the truth. People don't remember your grammar. They remember your energy, your emotion, your presence.
Oh, that's such a good point. Like, I don't remember if someone used the past perfect correctly, but I remember if they told a story that made me laugh or made me feel something.
Yes, English is not a code. It's a living emotional language. So instead of just saying, I'm happy to be here in a flat robotic voice, say it with feeling. I'm happy to be here. Feel the emotion. Own it.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds completely different. It's like you're actually present in the sentence.
Exactly. And here's a fun exercise. Pick a simple sentence and say it with 3 different emotions. Let's try, I can't believe this happened. Say it excited, say it angry, say it surprised.
Okay, excited. I can't believe this happened. Angry. I can't believe this happened. Surprised. I can't believe this happened.
Perfect. Did you notice how your voice, your body, your whole energy changed?
Yeah. And I wasn't even thinking about grammar. I was just feeling the emotion.
That's the point. When you focus on emotion, your brain stops overthinking. You stop judging yourself. You become the sentence. And that's what fluency feels like. It's not thinking, it's feeling.
I love that. So it's almost like being an actor.
Yes, in fact, that's exactly what I tell my students. Stop being a student and start being an actor. When actors prepare for a role, they don't just memorize lines. They embody the character. They feel the emotions.
They use their whole body.
And we should do the same with English.
Exactly. Use your hands when you speak. Move your body. Change your posture. This does two things. First, it helps your brain remember better because you're connecting language with physical movement. Second, it makes your voice stronger and clearer.
That makes sense. I've noticed that when I'm sitting still and speaking, my voice is quieter. But when I stand up and move, I sound more confident.
Yes, there's actually research on this. When you engage your whole body, your speech becomes more natural and fluent. You're not just training your mouth, you're training your presence.
So let me ask you this. What about people who say, I understand everything, but I can't speak? How does emotion help with that?
Great question. That problem usually happens because there's a disconnect between input and output. They've been passively listening for years, but they've never actively practiced speaking with feeling. So their brain knows the language, but their mouth and their emotions aren't connected to it.
So the solution is to practice speaking with emotion and presence.
Exactly. And here's a simple daily practice. Every day, take 3 sentences and say them with full emotion. Act them out like you're in a movie scene. Do this for just 1 minute, and you'll start feeling more connected to the language.
I'm gonna try this. It sounds fun, actually.
It is fun, and that's the key. Learning English shouldn't feel like punishment. It should feel alive, creative, and empowering.
I love that mindset. Okay, so to recap, we need to speak with emotion, not just accuracy. We should practice like actors using our whole body and voice. And we need to connect our feelings with the language, not just our brains.
Perfect. And remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's connection. When you speak with emotion and presence, people connect with you even if your grammar isn't perfect.
All right, we've covered so much already. Mouth training, sound clusters, emotion. But now I want to talk about repetition, because I know that's a big part of language learning. But there's a right way and a wrong way to repeat, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, this is so important. Most people repeat in the worst possible way, and then they wonder why they're not improving.
Okay, so what's the wrong way to repeat?
The wrong way is to just say the same sentence over and over in a flat robotic voice, like, I am going to the market. I am going to the market. I am going to the market. No energy, no variation, no purpose.
Yeah, that sounds boring and painful.
Exactly. And what happens? Your brain gets bored, your mouth gets tired, and nothing improves. So instead, I teach my students what I call the 5-stage repetition system.
Ooh, 5 stages. Tell me more.
Okay, so let's take a simple sentence. I don't know what to say. Stage 1 is slow clarity repetition. You say it very slowly, stretching out the sounds, focusing on every word. I don't know what to say.
So you're really feeling each sound and training the muscles.
Exactly. Stage 2 is flow repetition. Now you say it at normal speed, smooth and connected. I don't know what to say. You're training natural rhythm.
Okay, got it. What's stage 3?
Stage 3 is emotion repetition. Say the same sentence with 3 different emotions: sad, angry, confused. So, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Oh, so you're adding emotion, like we talked about earlier.
Yep, this trains your brain, not just your mouth. It helps you own the sentence. Stage 4 is pressure repetition. Now you say it fast, push your limits, challenge your tongue speed. I don't know what to say.
Wow, okay, so you're training your reaction time.
Exactly. And stage 5 is real-world use repetition. This is where you use the sentence in 3 different real-life contexts. Like, I don't know what to say, but I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Job interview. Or, you're so kind, I don't know what to say. Romantic moment. Or, that was awkward, I don't know what to say. Embarrassing situation.
Oh, wow, so you're practicing how you'd actually use it in life, not just repeating it in a vacuum.
Exactly. And this is the key. By the end of these 5 stages, that sentence is not just in your memory, it's in your voice. It's part of your real speaking ability.
This is brilliant. So instead of mindlessly repeating 50 times, you repeat with purpose through 5 different stages.
Yes, and you only need to do this with 1 or 2 sentences a day. It takes about 5 minutes per sentence, but the results are incredible.
So quality over quantity.
Always. And here's what's really powerful. After doing this for a week or two, you'll notice that these sentences just flow out of you in real conversations. You don't have to think about them. They're automatic.
Because you've built that muscle memory and that emotional connection.
Exactly. And that's what real fluency is. It's not about knowing a million words. It's about having a core set of phrases and sentences that you can use automatically with confidence and emotion.
All right, Alex, we're coming to the end of our time together, and I want to finish with something really important, the mindset shift. Because we've given people a lot of practical tools today, but I know that actually doing the work is the hard part.
Absolutely. And here's the hard truth that I have to say. If you don't train, you'll stay silent. That's not a threat, it's just reality.
Wow, that's powerful.
I know, but listen, there are millions of people around the world who understand English perfectly, who watch English videos every day, who know more grammar than native speakers, but they can't speak. They can't introduce themselves fluently. They can't express their emotions. Why? Because they consume English, but they don't practice English.
They're passive learners, not active practitioners.
Exactly. And the result is a lifetime of silence. You go to job interviews and say nothing. You meet foreigners and smile quietly. You want to express your heart, but your mouth freezes.
That must be frustrating.
It is. But here's the good news. You can change this, starting today. You don't need another video, another book, another course. You just need to do what we talked about today. 5 minutes a day of real focused practice.
5 minutes of mouth warm-ups, mirror technique, shadow speaking, and fluency loops.
Yes, and sound clusters, and emotion, and smart repetition. These are the tools. Now you just have to use them.
And I think it's so important to remember, fluency is not a moment, it's not a goal, it's a decision. It's the decision to train every single day, no matter what.
Yes, fluency is built in the private moments, the early mornings, the late nights, the 5 minutes in front of the mirror when nobody's watching. That's where it happens.
And then one day, people hear you speak and they say, wow, you speak so well. You're so fluent. But they don't know the work you put in.
They don't see the repetitions, the shadow sessions, the awkward recordings. They just see the result. But you know the truth. You earned it. You trained for it.
I love that. So here's my question for our listeners. Are you going to be a passive learner or an active practitioner? Are you going to keep watching videos and staying silent? Or are you going to train your mouth starting today?
So let's make a commitment right now. If you're listening to this and you're ready to stop being silent, I want you to say out loud, I will train my mouth every day, no matter what.
Say it with us. I will train my mouth every day, no matter what.
Yes, feel that commitment. Write it down. Put it on your mirror. Make it your daily promise to yourself.
All right, everyone, that's our episode for today. We covered so much, from the shocking truth about mouth muscles to the 5-minute daily routine to sound clusters, emotion, and smart repetition.
And remember, the most important thing is to actually do it. Knowledge without action is just information, but knowledge with action is transformation.
So well said. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who's learning English. Leave us a comment telling us what's your biggest challenge with speaking English. We'd love to hear from you.
And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. We release new conversations every week to help you become the confident English speaker you know you can be.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, your voice matters. Don't stay silent.
See you next week.
Bye, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe Master English Podcast.